Good morning. It's good to have you join us on Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. Of course, we'll be analyzing some stories, the big stories on the front pages of the national dailies. And this morning in the studio to analyze some stories is Adebayo Fajimi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Let us begin with the Daily Trust newspaper. And then, of course, the big story there, the big story that people are talking about is just on the lower banner there. It says, "I'm now left with nobody. Husband of woman killed with 4 kids by IPOB." Well, we have two riders. The first, ACF, NEF can condemn killings. And the second rider says, demand decisive action from Southeast governors. That is on, of course, the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Of course, this is a story that people are talking about, and it has been very controversial because some are saying it's not getting as much attention as it should get because it's a northern woman in the Southeast. What's your reaction to the story?
I will not subscribe to that. There has been a lot of attention on this issue since it happened.
Okay.
It's just I think the issue on the only difference is that it's not a religious matter.
Okay.
But I will not subscribe to the fact that it has not been getting the needed attention. So the attack has been condemned ever since it happened. Very many leaders in Nigeria, even on social media, have condemned the attack. This is a strong message to the South Eastern leaders to rise up to the responsibility to ensure that they curtail this hard, because I also watch the video and a lot of things that has been happening in that state on Twitter. It is gory. It's not something we should embrace. And Anambra State is a very strategic state in Nigeria, and that's why we have Onitsha markets. One of the largest in terms of geographical size and volumes of good in Africa. So, and if you keep attacking people, killing people on the ground that you want to move out of Nigeria because you are marginalized, you are not enjoying good governance, and all of that. Of course, okay, if eventually you are allowed to go, who are you going to govern? So it is I think those people need to have a rethink and look at better way of re-strategizing. Though HIPOP that we know have debunked or rather declined the fact that they are not part of the move. So, and that tells us that some people have hijacked the move, and that is why the leaders in that part of the country need to rise up and ensure that this comes to an end.
Yes, I support you in that one. Of course, that's on Daily Trust newspaper. The big story there is terrorists kill 65 farmers, others in Katsina, Borno attacks. We have 4 others there. Boko Haram slaughter 15 in Ran, injure many. Boko Haram slaughter 50, rather, in Ran, injure many. Then police commissioner says, I'm yet to be briefed. Our people under siege, says Rep Gimba. And 15 killed, other 100 cows rustled in Jibia. That's the big story there on Daily Trust newspaper. We move over to the Punch newspaper, and the big story is APC governorship ticket. Aggrieved aspirants seek direct primary. Alleged governors hijack delegate list. We have a couple of writers there on page 2. But what do you make of this allegement, this allegation by some people that this has been hijacked?
It will always, even if the party is not really doing, if the party is not doing what it's doing at the moment, on a norm, when a time like this is around the corner, there are a lot of accusation, a lot of allegation that will be leveled against the party. And of course, you can see what the party has been doing lately, postponing upon postponement upon postponement. Today, tomorrow, another time they will tell you indefinitely. We actually want to make, all aspirants to be worried, to okay, we are not even, we don't even know we don't know what is going to happen. And the party is what we determine. The party will determine what mode of primary will be good for the party. In the electorate, we have indirect primary, direct primary and consensus. So the party will determine what mode of primary is best for the party to ensure that whoever is even aggrieved at the end of the day, is bring to the is brought to the table, and they are they reconcile with them to ensure that they go to the general election and win the election. So what I think is happening, is normal. Is normal in our political in our political culture. So I don't see it as a very strange thing. But I think if these people are level this allegation against the party leaders, especially governors in their respective states, it should give a very strong sign to the party leaders on how to conduct this primary in a very transparent way that will show all aspirants, a level playing field, that if eventually some people do not eventually emerge as the party flag bearer, but they will know that the party, avail them a level playing field, to test their popularity.
Yes, that's on the Punch newspaper from the very top. A report says 51 million phone owners lack NIN, barred from making calls. That is on page 20 of the Punch. Just underneath the pictures of the day, EFCC breaks into Okorocha's Abuja residence, arrest ex-governor after 7-hour siege. That is on the Punch newspaper right there. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper. And on the Guardian, the big story there from the very top, of course, on the Guardian is 2023 General Abubakar kicks against zoning, defends 1999 constitution. We are still talking about this issue of zoning. And now we're having General Abubakar saying he does not support the issue of zoning. And he's citing, talking about the 1999 constitution. How do you react to this?
The fact that it is not constitutional does not mean it is not normal for us as a people. Remember, I told you that zoning is our political culture, and in political science there is what we call political culture. So, and you cannot do away with it. So God has brought us together the way we are. It is we as a people that we are not leveraging, our potential. We are not leveraging our diversity to ensure that we maximize that potential to the fullest. But of course, poor leadership is staring at us, and people are not satisfied with successive leaders that we have had so far, and that's why they say, okay, it's better that way. If somebody comes from a particular part of the country for a dispensation, and at the expiration of his or her tenure, it goes to another part of the country to give us a sense of responsibility. But the pathetic thing is that the best does not always rule the rest. So if we have a sense of unity, if we have a united front as a people, I don't think that will really matter. Because if the best is ruling the rest, and everybody, whether you are Hausa, you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you have a leader who represents your voice, who can speak for you and can give you your desired, result in leadership, why should we be, talking about zoning, whether you are in that, if it comes from the northern part now, it should go back to the north and the rest like that. I think what should really count in our polity is how the best will rule the rest, and how Afro-Nigerian we have a sense of belonging, of what we call true leadership in our democracy.
That's why I agree with you on that one. The big story there is primaries confusion trails Buhari governors meeting as APC adjust timetable. That is on the Guardian newspaper. And then on The Nation, the big story is tension in state over PDP APC governorship primaries. That is the story on The Nation newspaper. I will move over to the Blueprint. Alleged killing of Northerners, Anambra government cautions on reportage. CNG can warn on conspiracy of silence. And that's on page 6 of the Blueprint newspaper. And then our Nigerian News Direct says CBN's 13% interest rate approval borrowers to pay for more loans. That is on Nigerian News Direct paper. And the last newspaper this morning is This Day. And the big story is Hayatuddin, 2023 presidential election is PDP's to lose. Of course, you can read that details on page 10 of This Day newspaper. And don't forget, you can always stay updated on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. And our social media handle on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is @TOSTV Network. Thank you for joining us. We'll come your way again tomorrow. Many thanks, Adebayo Fajimi, for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Again, we'll come your way again tomorrow. My name is Merciful Ajinamo. Bye for now and stay safe.